Now that we have our Facebook business page set up,
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
everything is ready, and we know what kind of ads we approximately want, we're ready to start setting up our actual ads. So in the Facebook Business Manager, you click on the top left, you got all these options, and you mouse over all the tools, and what we want is the Ad Manager. That's where we're going to work from. In the Ad Manager, we're going to want to create a new campaign from scratch. So we click on Create, and we're going to create a guided campaign. There's an option for quick creation, but we're going to go the slow way so we can explore everything. And you see, this is the hierarchy on the left. You got in the campaign, you have some ad sets, which have predetermined things like your audience, so you don't have to reset them all the time. And then you have different ads running in it. So it's kind of a hierarchy. It's a good way to look at it the way it's displayed here on the left. So the first is we're going to set up the campaign, and we know what we want out of this campaign. If you want app installs, like if you have an app, you want that. If you want lead generation, you can do that. Store traffic, you can do that. Whatever you need. So let's say we do conversions. So we picked our goal, and let's give it like conversions test. It's always good to give names that are as descriptive as possible, because when you start creating a lot of campaigns, a lot of ads, they're going to start to blur with one another. So it's really good to just distinguish them as much as possible. It might seem like a waste of time, but it really is prudent. And you can select to create a split test, which is basically testing your campaigns and ads against one another. For now, we'll skip that and we'll click continue. So as you see on the left side, we've moved on to creating our ad set. We'll give it a new ad set name. In this case, I already have a pixel set up, and that's what I'm going to choose. Later, I'm going to show you how to set up your own pixel. For now, I just want to make sure you understand all the basics of creating your ad at a high level, and then we'll get into the details. Dynamic creative, we'll do that later. It's basically creating a more interesting ad, creating a more interesting offer. We'll do that later. Then you'll have an audience. You can create a new audience, or you can use the saved audience if you have that. If you don't have it, you can actually import an audience. And so maybe you have an email list that has a lot of clients who converted from just email subscribers into clients. Then you know those people are very highly targeted and they're a good match. So you can actually import your email list, for example, and Facebook will find you more people like that. So you can do this. We'll explore that shortly. In this case, we're just going to create a new audience. So you see we're creating a new audience. You can choose a location. Depending on if you're a local business, you might go very narrow. For now, we'll go United States. Age range, again, it depends on what your consumers are like. Languages, we're going to go English. And let's say we are trying to promote some kind of like a business product. So this is one of the first places where Facebook ads get interesting, the detailed targeting. So you can browse what Facebook has to offer in terms of demographics, meaning things that can be measured about people. These are things about the consumer. So it's their income, their education, maybe their life events. In this case, we'd be looking for something like just started a business or work. Industries might be useful if your business product that you're selling is for a particular industry. For example, you're teaching people how to start a cleaning business. Oh, and you can target people who already are working in cleaning and maintenance services, and you want them to, instead of have a job, learn how to start their own business doing this. This would be good targeting. And you can keep browsing this in their interest also, what they like. Maybe they are interested in starting a new business. Entrepreneurship is a match here. What you want to make sure you do is don't just select people who might like what you are selling. You should try to aim to find people who will really, really, really like. If these are people who just kind of like your potential products, then you might waste a lot of money on ads if the traffic isn't strongly targeted. Because if you got this traffic for free, sure, you'll take it. But if you have to pay for every click, you really got to make sure that they are highly targeted. Also, this is interesting, connections. So people who are cold leads will convert at a lower rate than people who are warm leads. What that means here is People who like your page already, you want to target them with campaigns because they are warm leads. Or friends of people who like your page, maybe, but it's a little bit of a stretch. And if you have anything like people who used your app or people who responded to your prior activity, like your events, those are warm leads. So you want to definitely include them if they still make sense for the campaign. Then there's placements. For now, let's leave it as automatic. And then of course, budget and schedule. So you want to limit the upper end of your ad, let's say $5 to start, just while you're experimenting. And what I want to show you is that, see, while I'm scrolling, you see on the left here, notice what happens on the left. I'm actually going through the ad set. So let's say we've set up the ad set and we click continue, and we're going to go and focus on the actual ad itself. And don't worry, we'll touch on all of this shortly in more detail. The first, let's give it a name, first test ad. We're going to choose the page we're targeting from. We're creating the ad. We can use an existing post. So like any of the previous posts that we had promoted anything, we can actually promote that. That would be easy. Or you can create a totally new ad. For example, like an image or a video is a very popular kind of ad to start with. And if you're creating a new ad, you want to basically show what you are promoting. For example, the website URL, and you want to create the ad copy and everything. Description, just make the ad more attractive. And then for tracking, we'll explore that shortly when we go over how to create a pixel from scratch. And essentially for now, what we can do is we can just use the existing post, and we can select the post, and we can say something like this, continue, and we can confirm. And it says our ad is in review. Let's turn it off for now because we don't want to run it yet. So I turned it off for now because I don't want to spend the money yet, and the ad details are not all set up. The targeting is not all set up. So what we're going to do in the next videos is we're actually going to refine this ad and make it really good. But now you understand how to create an ad from A to Z at a high level. And in the next few videos, we're going to go into the low level, and we're going to step by step make it a really highly targeted ad that is effective.